About a week ago, one of the most likable people on YouTube, Stan, the credit frog, presented his new credit card, the Ritz Carlton, and I wanted to see exactly how it compares with the almighty Hilton Aspire and Marriott's very own Brilliant. This is this comparison.
Bravo.
Now I said it once, I'll say it every time I make video about hotel credit cards. It doesn't matter what I say. If you don't like a specific chain, if it doesn't serve the destinations you're going to, then whatever I say is pointless. We're talking only about numbers and numbers alone. There's so many factors that I can't really control, and that would be specific to you. I talk many times to people in this channel about credit cards, and the one thing that comes out always is that you guys just love Marriott. And if you do, then more power to you. There's nothing I can say. Now, when it comes to points value, yes, I give a specific point value here just for the sake of the comparison. I know that every situation is different depending on the location, the time of the year, the kind of hotel you're trying to book. You're gonna get different pricing, different evaluations, and that's normal. But keep in mind that what I am showing here is what's commonly acceptable as average. So without any further ado, let's jump to today's presentation and come back to wrap it up. So first, we're gonna examine the first year. We're gonna see the Brilliant. The points evaluation on Marriott is 0.8 cents per point, so just under 1 cent per point. And the sign-up bonus for the Brilliant right now is 95,000 points after spending 6,000 in 3 months. The credits, we're looking at $300 dining credit, $100 property credit, minimum 2 nights at expensive hotel like the Ritz Carlton. There's a $100 global entry TSA pre-check credit, and to top it all up, there's a 1 anniversary night up to 85,000 points a year. Looking at the memberships, Marriott Platinum, which is medium but much better than the gold that is offered by Platinum and all these credit cards. And because of that, you're getting 50% more points with Marriott. Lounge access, priority pass, select up to 2 guests, no restaurants. The multipliers, we're looking at 21 Marriott points, 3x on airlines, restaurants, worldwide, rentals, and 2x on everything else. The return on spend for the first year is 14.17, which is not good at all. If you ask me, there's so many good credit cards that you can get, even within the same ecosystem, American Express, Marriott credit cards. Now, that being said, of course, it depends what you value. And if you value the memberships, for example, the platinum status, then that's something to be considered. Looking at what we would transform later to a Ritz Carlton, there's 3 credit cards that you can get. This is a Chase credit card, so it's a Visa. And the one I picked was the one that Stan, the credit frog, proposed, which I think is the best deal because it's a good standalone credit card. Even if you decided not to upgrade to a Ritz Carlton card, it's still a keeper card because it offers that 1 night every year for only $95, so it's a no-brainer. The current sign-up bonus for the Marriott Boundless is 3 nights up to 150,000 points, 50,000 a night, which is, as you can see, much better than the Brilliant right now. After spending only 3,000 in 3 months, so half, 50% the spending, and 70% more points, basically. The credits, 1 anniversary night, up to 35,000 points, and that's if you keep that credit card long term. Memberships, we're looking at Marriott Silver, which is very low and only 10% more points with Marriott. There's no lounge access. The multiplier, 17x on Marriott, 3x on restaurants, groceries, gas, up to 6K maximum combined, 2x on everything else. I think these kind of categories make this credit card a keeper by default, because basically you're getting like 2.5x on everything. It says 3x, but 0.8 cents evaluation. So roughly 2.5% minimum returns on all these everyday spend categories. The return on spend for the first year is a whopping 45.40%. So 45% incredible. The almighty Hilton Aspire, we mentioned it 150 times this year, so I'm not gonna go into details, but the return on spend is 30.47, so 30%. So as for the first year, the Marriott Boundless takes the lead. But as we know, what happens in the first year is one thing, what happens in the second and every year after is another. And for that, we apply our imaginary budget of $12,000, equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries. Now, in the second year, before we go to everything else, before we go to the return on spend, we're going to see at the credits and the different changes that happen now with the Rich Carlton card. And we see that we have $300 airline incidental credit, which is incredible. It's much more useful, in my opinion, for somebody that's a real traveler than the $300 dining credit on the Brilliant, which is $25 a month. $100 DSA pre-global entry, one anniversary night up to 85,000 points, which is the same as the Brilliant, but you're getting all that with $200 less. Marriott Gold is the membership, and I don't have it here, but I think it's 25% the bonus that you're getting when you book with Marriott. So you're not getting exactly the platinum, which I'm sure it makes a big difference when you go to Marriott comparing to the Gold, and especially internationally. But still, Priority Pass Select up to 2 guests with restaurants. This is with restaurants. So it's the same as the Sapphire Reserve. 6x on Marriott, 3x on airlines, restaurants worldwide, rentals, 2x on everything else. Incredible multipliers. It is a little disappointing when it comes to the Marriott multipliers, but on everything else is amazing. And looking at the return on spend, we're looking at the Brilliant first, 5%, almost 7% for the Rich Carlton, and 9.66, almost 10% on the Hilton Aspire. Steer gets the lead. Looking at them next to each other, you will see, pay attention a little bit here. It might make a difference for you if you can hit the minimum spend to get the sign-up bonus or not, or if you feel comfortable about spending this kind of money. And then we're looking at, for the first year, the first is the Boundless, second is the Hilton Aspire, third is the Brilliant. And then for the second year and every year after, first is the Hilton Aspire, second is the Rich Carlton, and third is the Brilliant. And that makes a big difference. There's 1.7, almost, like if I rounded the numbers, 2% more you're going to get on average with the Rich Carlton versus the Brilliant. If you are a loyalist and you travel a lot with Marriott, I would still go for the Brilliant, because there's some things that we can't really calculate here because of the way we do these calculations on this channel. And this is first, the multipliers. So if you do travel a lot at Marriott hotels, if your business is to travel and you go to Marriott's all the time, you're going to get a whole lot more points with the Brilliant. And then by having a better status, you will probably guarantee yourself an upgrade, which is extra money that we can't calculate here because I don't have any hard numbers. But other than that, the Rich Carlton is an excellent credit card. It's a good mid-range credit card in this market, and something that's a blast from the past. $450 for what's essentially a premium card we haven't seen in a while. And I would probably take this over even a Reserve. Like, I would probably get the Sapphire Preferred, and then have this as a more premium card to get all the lounges and all the other experiences that I would like with the Sapphire Preferred. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about the Rich Carlton. If you like Marriott, if you think that the Brilliant is better than the Rich Carlton for loyalists or not. And what do you think about the unbeatable Hilton Aspire? Every time I put this card in the mix, it just dominates. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.